Very good morning, all the students of 7th standard, and we are learning here ninth lesson of our history, the Maratha War of Independence is going on. So here, campaign against the Portuguese. We have started and nearby came to an end. What is there? Sambhaji Raje started a campaign against the Portuguese, and the Portuguese governor he got wounded and began to be retreat into the battlefield. Sambhaji Maharaj followed him, and Portuguese were in deep trouble. At the same time, Sambhaji Raje heard the news that Mughals had attacked southern Konkan, so therefore he had to abandon winning campaign of Goa and return to fight against the Mughals. This one we have studied in a previous video. The next one now, the end of Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi. Next point of our lesson, end of Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi. Aurangzeb did not succeed in his campaign against the Marathas. Aurangzeb here, it was his view or dreams to be campaign to capture the Maratha territory or the empire, but he could not succeed in his dream. He could not succeed in his determination, in his wish against the Marathas. Therefore, he suspended the campaigns. He tried his all might, power, strength, tactics, skill, each and every moves he used against the Marathas, but he was failure in his attempt. So at last he suspended, Aurangzeb suspended the campaigns against the Marathas. Then he turned toward the kingdom of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah and conquered them. So later on, Aurangzeb he turned his campaign toward the kingdoms, neighboring kingdom of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. He launched a campaign against Adil Shah and Qutub Shah and conquered their territories or captured their territories. Basically, they were also from the southern side, but they were not that much strong enough as Maratha Empire. So they failed to be defended, and Aurangzeb defeated Adil Shah and Qutub Shah's territory and captured this. The wealth and the army of both the kingdom was now acquired by the Mughals, and it made Aurangzeb even stronger. See now, once he owned the territory or the kingdom of Adil Shahi or the Qutub Shahi, then after winning or after defeating them, the might, power, wealth, kingdom, empire, everything became more and more stronger than the previous one of Aurangzeb's. Obviously, when he defeated to Qutub Shah, when he defeated to the Adil Shahs, their wealth, their property, their soldiers, their might, their kingdom, everything was annexed, attached to the Mughal empire, to Aurangzeb's empire, and Aurangzeb became more stronger. He became more powerful there. So he acquired the Mughal and it made Aurangzeb even stronger there. Then he concentrated all his might on defeating the Marathas. So once again now Aurangzeb turned his attentions toward the Marathas. First of all, he tried, he was frustrated in his attempt, but later on, when he was frustrated, then he turned toward the Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi's kingdom. He defeated them and captured their territory, that territory annexed to Mughal Empire, and also the soldiers of the Adil Shahis and Qutub Shahis annexed added to Aurangzeb's side or in his camp. So the strength of the wealth, property, powers, military power was added from Aurangzeb's side. So when he became more stronger than previous, then once again or one more time, Aurangzeb concentrated his attentions against the Marathas or onward the Marathas. He focused on the Marathas there. He turned toward the Marathas. First, also he was powerful, but there was no any use of his might or the power, strength against the Maratha skill or activities of the Maratha soldiers. So he was frustrated, turned his mind toward another directions, suspended the campaigns and turned toward the Qutub Shah and Adil Shah there. He defeated them in a battle, he won that region of the areas and became more powerful, and once again he bounced back, turned back toward the Maratha Empire now. Then he concentrated all his might on the defending the Marathas. He attacked their territory from all sides. Aurangzeb started to attack on Maratha territories on the Maratha Empire from the all sides, from the all directions. He started to attack on Maratha Empire now. Aurangzeb, he started to send his soldiers from the all side of the Maratha Empire, from all directions. He started to attack on Maratha territories there with his soldiers. The Marathas army general Hambir Rao Mohite got killed during an encounter with the Mughal army. Now Hambir Rao Mohite, he was a Maratha general, he was a Maratha army head, leader of the Maratha army in campaigns. Hambir Rao Mohite, he got killed in the campaigns, in the encounter against the Mughal army. It was the biggest blow for the Maratha power or the Maratha soldiers there. Their general was killed in the battlefield while fighting against the Mughals army in a battlefield. Due to this blow, the military strength of the Sambhaji Maharaj was weak. And what are the strength, power of the Sambhaji Raje's military powers was a little bit weak with the death of Maratha general Hambir Rao Mohite. He was a general, head of the army. He was leading Maratha army in the campaigns, in the battlefields, without losing the courage or the morality of the Maratha soldiers. He was a true leader and leading Maratha soldiers or the Maratha army in a battlefield like lion. So the loss of Hambir Rao Mohite was the biggest blow for the Maratha Empire, for the Maratha soldiers, and the Marathas became a little bit weak due to the death of Hambir Rao Mohite, the general of Maratha army. Next now, administration of Sambhaji Maharaj. How Sambhaji Raje, he administered Maratha territories. Even though Sambhaji Maharaj was busy, so we know that obviously Sambhaji Raje, he was busy in activities, he was busy in war like campaigns, battlefield. Sambhaji Raje was busy, continuously he was busy in the fighting against the Mughals, defending the Maratha territories. However, then also he never neglected his subjects, his thoughts, his ideas, his administrations. Even though Sambhaji Maharaj was busy fighting on the various battlefront, he did not ignore his administrative responsibilities. He was busy, but then also he never neglected his responsibilities, whatever his responsibility as administrator of Maratha Empire, that he always looked after properly. He carried in a proper way, administrative skill, responsibilities that he looked after in a proper way. He continued the prompt justice and revenue systems. Continuous prompt justice was there in the Maratha Empire, and continuously the revenue systems he introduced, and that he was whatever the revenue system introduced, it was running successfully in the Maratha territories there, which was a characteristic of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's era there. So the justice and the revenue system was important characteristic of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's time during his era. That characteristic he implemented, and same characteristic he continued during the time of Sambhaji Raje also. So whatever the characteristics were during the time of his father's empire, or when his father was ruling the Maratha territory, that same characteristics Sambhaji Raje also continued here. in his times. So today we'll stop here. Rest of the part we'll see next in next week. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day.